Ooh, this place looks good. Lots of gold here. That's fantastic. Although I do have a fair bit of gold, so don't need that just yet. Ooh, redstone. Yes, I can definitely use more redstone. Fantastic. Love it. Give me more redstone. Oh, I'm full up. Alright, let's get rid of that cobblestone. I don't really need it. And coal, yeah, I can always use that. Why not? Wait, what? Oh, I'm down to 1 durability. Alright, perfect. Good thing that pick didn't break. It's my only work pick. Only one with the efficiency on it. Wonderful. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Unlicked Waffle here. Welcome back to Command Line, my Minecraft tutorial series in which I show you interesting and fun things you could do with command blocks in vanilla Minecraft. As you could probably glean from the first part of this episode, we are working on... That's the wrong button, I'm sorry. We are working on this puppy right here. Don't worry, this is not nearly as complicated as it looks. It really does look just horrendous, but it's not bad at all. It's pretty much just this section right here. But basically what this does is when you get down to 1 durability, it makes it so that you cannot mine anything else with that pick. Or with that thing. You can have it do anything you want, really. But it makes it so that when you get down to 1 durability, then you have mining fatigue, as you can see. But that only applies to you when you are actually holding the item with the 1 durability. So that way you don't waste your favorite pick. Like, say you had an efficiency 5, fortune 3, silk touch pick that was named Slappy that you got from your now dead friend. You want to keep that forever, right? Well, now you can. Let's get rid of that, and you can see now we are working perfectly. And now we have the mining fatigue, so that way we don't break it at all. So for this command, you are going to need, actually, now that I think about it, let's get rid of all these. We don't need any of them now. But what you need first is a command block. How you get that is either, if you already have it in your world, then just middle click on it with your scroll button and you got it. However, in case you don't have that already, then what you need to do is type in give, then at A or P or your name, and then COMM, press tab to complete that, and it gives you command block and hit enter. And there's your command block. The way that this is working is basically off of a clock. What one of my creations don't work off a clock, really, so it works great for most things. So in case you don't know how this works, this bottom block right here is setting the block right above it to clay, and it's having a damage value of 0, and then replacing it so that way, just in case, it might create too much sound otherwise, so we have replaced just to ensure that it's not going to be loud. And then we're going to come up 2 blocks from that, so that's bottom one, 2 blocks. This middle one is filling, well, yeah, this isn't necessary. You could just do set block. Okay, I'll just show you like this. It looks exactly like this, except instead of clay, it's redstone block. That's how it works. But that one I'm just extended out for a little bit of testing earlier. But what we have here is setting the block right below it, instead of right above it like the bottom one is, to clay. Once again, this middle one is redstone block, as I said. The next part about this is this part. However, before I show you this is right here what the original command looked like. And it's just unnecessarily complicated. I don't know why I made it like this initially, but I did. Basically, what it is doing is testing for the nearest player right here. Using the @P. That's @P targeting the nearest player. It is testing for their selected item slot being slot 0, which is the first slot on your hotbar. It goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 7. Because you have... No, up to 8 because you have 9 slots in your hotbar. And then after it, when it finds that slot is selected, then it tests for the inventory, and it's testing for finding a stone pickaxe. You can change that to whatever item you want, really. with a damage of 130s. That S is necessary, but you don't really need to know what it's about. But that damage value of 130 is one less than its complete damage amount. Like, it has a total of 131 uses, so when it has a damage of 130, then it is at a durability of 1. See, when we come over here and grab ourselves a stone pickaxe, you can see that durability is at 1 out of 131. Also known as the damage value of 130. It's pretty simple. However, that does change, that number changes for whatever item you have. Like a diamond pickaxe, that number would be 1560, because it has a total durability of 1561. A lot more than a stone one, I would say. But like I said, you can change that to whatever item you want. Just make sure that you also change that damage value. Most diamond, I think all the diamond things actually have a damage value of 1561, so it's pretty easy. Stone ones, I think, are 130. I think it doesn't matter what item it is, as long as it's the same material. Like, stone is all the same, all wood is the same, all gold and all diamond. I could be completely wrong about that. But I am so sorry for that long-winded conversation there, because what we actually are doing is, instead of all this complicated stuff right here, and also, yeah, it wouldn't work if you didn't have it in that slot. However, we come over here and simplify it down to this. Everything before this is the same, testing for at the nearest player. You can also test it for at all players, doesn't matter. And it is testing for the selected item being a stone pickaxe with a damage value of 130s. Same as back there, but however, this does not matter what item slot it is in, it will test it, it will ring true wherever it is. So you can see that here, it's true. Over here, it's not. However, if I put the pick over here, then it's also true again. And just for testing and showing, once again, true. And then when that rings true, then it powers this command block, which gives you an effect for everyone. This isn't as effective for multiplayer servers. It's more effective for single player worlds, so you might want to do it for that. I do have another setup over here which is currently not working very well, but I will show it to you anyway, because that someone might be able to figure it out. It is putting the effect on all players of Minecraft mining fatigue. That is the effect. Then we have it for 99,999 seconds, which is basically infinite. So you can see we have mining fatigue, no time going down, that is completely infinite. And then a power of 3, which is mining fatigue 4. And it is saying true, so that way you don't see particles. Like, say we got rid of that, and then you'd see these particles popping up all over. No one wants to see that in their survival worlds. So we just put that back on and give ourselves back the mining fatigue without the particles. And so when that powers the block, then it unpowers the torch. So that way, when this stops being true, then this block stops being powered, and this torch turns back on, which effectively takes away the mining fatigue. It's giving the effect for every player of mining fatigue of 0 seconds, which basically clears that mining fatigue. We could also do effect, like slash effect, at all clear, but that would clear every single effect you have, which some of which might be beneficial, you never know. So we're just going to get rid of the mining fatigue. And this one over here, it's exactly the same as this one, except for the fact that this one is testing for a diamond pickaxe with a damage of 1560. One less than its total durability of 1561, as I said before. Now, this is what I was trying to mess around with earlier, but it was not working. It is working with scoreboards. This is not my forte. I do not work with scoreboards at all well. However, if someone sees this and they know how to work with scoreboards and they can figure out what's wrong with this, then please let me know. Because I am just... I'm so frustrated with this. But what it's doing is, it is taking Scoreboard of all players and setting everyone to a score of 1 for the scoreboard break for the score. I can't figure out what it's called. Objective break. And it is only setting the score for those people that have a selected item of stone pickaxe damage value of 130s, just like we saw over there. When that rings true, then it turns off this torch. And when it stops being true, then it will set the scoreboard for, of all players, to break 2. For the objective break to 2. You could also be 0, it could be whatever number you want. I just have to have the distinction between 1 and 2. And then over here we have these other commands working, which is putting the effect for all players that have a score of the objective break of equaling 1 and a minimum of 1. So it will only ever be 1. It won't be 1. I mean it won't be 2, it won't be 0, it will be 1. And just as we saw before, giving the mining fatigue for infinite time, third power, which is number 4, and true, so there's no effects. And so when this rings true, then it would give us the mining fatigue, which for some reason it's not. But then when it stops being true, then it sets that to 2, which we come down here, and you can see that when it is equaling 2, then it takes away that mining fatigue. Theoretically, this should work, and yes, I have thought about it, and I did think that I had not added this, and it wasn't working because of that. But it was. It was on there, and it wasn't working, and I don't know why. So please let me know. Let me just put that down here and cancel out that, so that way, just in case, I'm just going to test this real quick, making sure everything, I'll show you. I have thought of this part. I'm adding the dummy objective break. Alright, I've added it. Let's go back and get ourselves that pick back. So that way I can test this again. And we should not have mining fatigue, right? No, we don't have mining fatigue. I mean, we should have mining fatigue, but we don't. Nothing there. So like I said, please let me know if I have done something wrong here, if you see this. However, I think that this is simple enough. This should work perfectly fine for whatever needs you have. Get rid of that. Because, especially on a single player world where you would most likely be putting this. If you're on a server, then you most likely are not the person owning the server. However, if you are, then I'm sorry, it's not complicated enough to differentiate between players. But that should be it for this episode. Like I said, it works for any tool you want. You can have it for shovels, you can have it for swords, you can have it for picks. I'm pretty sure you could even have it for stake, however, those don't take damage value, so it's not going to really work for that, actually. But anything that can take a durability, it will work for. Swords, bows, yes, bows, definitely bows. And hoes, axes, anything like that. Anything that takes durability, shears, it will work for. Just make sure to change the damage value to whatever that is, because otherwise you might be, like if you came over here and forgot to change the damage value of 130 to 1560 for a diamond pickaxe, then you might be stopped at just a couple hundred hits in and can't figure out why you can't use your axe anymore. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for today's episode. I really hope that you enjoyed this command tutorial, and if you did, please feel free to leave a like and a comment below. It really helps out the channel, and if you really liked it, then make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. So long, everyone.